Chef Buck here, and today we're going to cook up some garlic shrimp. Some super garlicky shrimp. These are peeled and deveined shrimp, and that's how I bought them. Because this was the best price. You know, and I always buy whatever shrimp is the best price. But I bought a couple of some whole shrimp. So if this is the best price, you know, when you're looking for shrimp, then definitely buy this because it's very easy to prepare. You know, it's very easy to shell shrimp. You just pull the legs off and you just twist the shell around and just pull the shell off. It comes off very easily. Boom, boom, boom. And then when you get to the bottom, just give the tail a squeeze and it'll pop right out.
Oh, but you didn't. There's a fancy way you can leave the two pieces.
What are you talking about? You mean leave the tail on?
You don't leave the tail on. There's a little piece of flesh inside.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about, but this is my video. You know, and you can leave the tail on. Here, let me show you this here.
Yeah, okay.
So like if you wanted to, you could just get down to the shrimp right here, and you can leave the tail on. Like if you want to dip it to batter it, you know, and make some kind of shrimp tempura or something like that. But we're not doing anything like that. So I'm just going to squeeze it and pull the tail off. So, because I want it just like this here.
Can I show you something? You're going to do it.
You can go ahead and,
all right, I'm just
do some improv here on the last shrimp.
Okay.
So
like you say,
yeah,
you grab the legs and you're able to pull.
Yeah.
Okay, once you get to the bottom, you sort of split that last piece, and instead of pulling it, instead of twisting it off, you sort of pull. Oh, it didn't work. There's a little piece right in here. Now that's terrible. See this piece right here? You can get that to come out whole.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. See, then this comes out.
That's the shrimp's butthole. You're eating the butthole?
No, it's not. It's the tail. All right.
That's going to be for a future recipe called ass shrimp. So now we've got our shrimp peeled. It doesn't have a shell. So what we want to do, we want to devein the shrimp, which is very easy to do. And we just want to cut along the spine, or what you think of as the spine, the back of the shrimp all the way down. And then you'll find like a black line in there, almost like what you would think of as a vein, and pull it out. And it'll come right out. But it isn't a vein. We call it deveining the shrimp, but it's actually the shrimp's stomach. So that's kind of like their digestive system, which is why you want to get this out of here. Because it can be very gritty, because it can have sand in it. You know, just whatever their undigested or digested material is. You know, before it gets to the poop chute. The camera girl wants to, she thinks it's a specialty. And then you just kind of give it a little shaky, shake, shake. And there you have it. You've deveined it. And you definitely want to do that. If you buy whole shrimp that haven't been deveined, you know, that's a good move to make. Now, sometimes when you look on the bottom of the shrimp, you'll see a dark line on the bottom. But you don't have to remove that. You know, that's their nervous system. I don't know what that is. You know, I'm not a shrimp doctor. Let me get my skillet heating up here. I'm going to try to get it on medium heat. And I'm going to use a lot of oil. I literally have half a cup of olive oil. I'm going to put all of this oil in here. And we'll let that heat up. And then while my oil heats up, I'm going to chop up my garlic. I've already got my cloves. I've already got them peeled, but I just need to chop them. And look at this here. That's how much garlic I have. I used an entire bowl of garlic. You can use less than that. But then, are you going to be able to call it garlic shrimp? You don't have to be chicken of the garlic. You scared of the garlic? Look at that. I ain't scared of no garlic. Oh, let me go ahead and give this here a rough chop. Kind of mince it up a wee little bit. As a child, garlic was my only friend. I'd just be in my room crying, just me and a bulb of garlic. I'm making poor man's garlic shrimp. You know, where you actually have more garlic than shrimp. I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of chili flakes in here. I like a little heat in my garlic shrimp. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw all this garlic in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and let my garlic go for about a minute before I add my shrimp. You want to be careful not to burn your garlic. I mean, we're starting our garlic early, but we don't have it so hot that it's going to scorch our garlic right when we get in here. We're just trying to flavor up all of this oil right here. And then in a few moments, I'm going to add this shrimp, and that's going to help to cool the dish down. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Of course, salt to taste. Then I'm going to add a little paprika. I like paprika with my garlic shrimp. It adds a nice little color and a nice little flavor. Now you're like, well, why do you have all that oil in there? Because this is garlic shrimp. And I always serve garlic shrimp with bread. So I want oil because I'm going to use this bread to soak up this oil when I eat it. I like to get a nice thick loaf of French bread. All they had was this here. Oops, I'm talking too much. My garlic's going too far. Let me go ahead and throw my shrimp in here. Boom. And now this is only going to take a few minutes to cook. Oops, got one stray. Boop. And now we just want to cook this until our shrimp get a little bit of color on them and they start to close up.
Yeah, shrimp doesn't take long to cook. It's great.
No. And you definitely don't want to overcook your shrimp because they'll get tough. It only takes a few minutes to cook up your shrimp. Now let's get back to my bread story. I like to serve garlic shrimp with a nice absorbent bread. You know, a nice, soft, gooey bread that I can use to mop up my garlicky, shrimpy oil. You know, I found that by cutting off an edge like that, I could just use it like that, like almost like a bread bag, like a.
Hey, let's go back to watching your shrimp.
Okay. All right. Stir them around. You don't want to walk away from your shrimp. You know, you don't want to leave your shrimp. You don't want to go watch an episode of Matlock.
Woo! Smells so good.
It's been going for a couple of minutes and we're almost there. Come over here, camera girl. I got some fresh lemon. I'm going to go ahead and get me a whole bunch of lemon juice here. We're going to use this to finish our dish. Alrighty. Well, I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and turn the skillet off. Boom, boom, boom. We're already there. You definitely don't want to overcook your shrimp. And you can see, even though I put my garlic in first and let it go for a minute before I added everything else, my garlic isn't burnt because we had so much oil in there. And then we threw the shrimp in there. Now I'm going to throw in my lemon juice. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to use a whole lemon. It seems like a lot of juice, but it's a great flavor for this dish. And now it looks kind of sad with just a shrimp, or at least as sad as shrimp can look. I mean, it's really not that sad. But it doesn't have a lot of color. So I'm going to add in a little bit of parsley. And I like to use curly parsley. All they had was Italian parsley, which isn't thrilling. You know, you got to live with whatever you got. So good.
It's going to be a Chef Buck serving.
Oh, what are you talking about? This is just enough for 2 people.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I didn't put enough oil in.
You don't want to miss any of it.
No. You don't want to waste any of this oil. This oil is precious gold.
You don't want points taken off for presentation.
I want to get a nice, big, thick piece of bread. Boom, boom, boom. So we can sop up that oil.
Oh, beautiful.
Alrighty, I don't know. This one has the most oil in it. I think this might be mine.
You can have it.
So there you have it. A little garlic shrimp. I tell you, this is a very oily, garlicky dish.
It's very delicious.
So, you know, if you're in the mood for shrimp, this is a great way to have shrimp. But you better be in the mood for garlic too. And certainly you need some nice bread with this dish because you don't want to waste any of this garlicky oil.
You better finish it up, boy. I want my shrimp warm.
Let's see. You know, part of me is like, why did I even get this shrimp?
Wrap it up, buddy. Don't you put another bite in your mouth.
You definitely want to make sure that you have some nice bread with this dish.
Oh my God. Mine is waiting on me.
Oh, you're going to have to throw yours in the microwave. Okay.
Okay, don't say okay and then shove more food in your mouth.
All right, for the shrimp, she don't need no bread. Is it garlicky enough for you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it too garlicky?
No.
It's definitely not too garlicky. You would think that it's going to be too garlicky. But with this shrimp and with this olive oil and with a nice piece of bread, although she hasn't had any bread yet, because you don't have to have bread to appreciate the taste. But you are going to need bread to appreciate that garlicky oil.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it.
Ooh.
Some garlic shrimp. You know, I have a link down below. You can go to myfoodchannel.com and check this recipe out. But definitely give it a try. You know, if you like shrimp, then you're going to like this dish. If you love garlic, then you're going to love this dish. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. We'll see you in the future.